On April 22nd, we will mark the 41st year of Earth Day, a time to think and act green. Of course, the goal is to make every day Earth Day, and in fact, the Connecticut Fund for the Environment's Save the Sound is celebrating Earth Month here in the state. Here now to talk about Earth Day, the mission, and why it matters is Karen Broach. Thanks, Karen, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, what activities have you all already had this month to celebrate this?
Well, last weekend we had a great event in Rocky Neck State Park. We had Senator Blumenthal, U.S. Congressman Courtney, and DEP Commissioner Dan Esty, and over 75 volunteers. And we planted 10,000 dune grass bulbs and 400 native shrubs at one of our habitat restoration projects. And it was just a beautiful day, and it was a great way to kick off Earth Month. And in fact, yesterday we had a great coastal cleanup event in New Haven near Long Wharf, one of the busiest stretches of the highway of I-95. And it's a place, it's a nice little beautiful nature preserve down there that gets a lot of trash. And it was great to have a group of Quinnipiac students come out and enjoy a beautiful day outside and help give back to the community. And today at 11 o'clock a.m. we have a great cleanup in Westbrook at West Beach. And we have cleanups going on all month and a few other environmental fairs and festivals that will be at all throughout the month of April and all spring.
And are these activities, I mean, obviously these are special for Earth Month, but I mean, you have activities throughout the year, right?
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
And along the same lines?
Yeah. One of the biggest ways that CFE and Save the Sound bring people together is our coastal cleanup program. And September is usually the biggest month, and that's in conjunction with the International Coastal Cleanup.
Okay.
And Save the Sound is Connecticut's coordinator for that international event, and it's pretty cool. The volunteers love knowing that they're cleaning up a beach in New Haven or Fairfield, but people are doing it in China and England and all over the world. And it's just a great event, and people just love being a part of something much bigger.
How effective have these programs been here in Connecticut?
Well, it's been really effective, and last year alone, Save the Sound brought 2,600 volunteers out in the state of Connecticut, and we cleaned up 19,000 pounds of trash, and we cleaned basically 64 miles of shoreline in Connecticut. So you multiply that by all the states that are participating, and it's really making a difference, and it's great to see all these people hitting the beaches.
Do you think that people are more cognizant of environmental issues in general?
I do. I think people are getting the picture. You know, we're kind of in a green movement, I'd say, in the last couple of years, and it's awesome to see these people coming out more. The volunteer participation for Save the Sound has increased a lot in these last few years, so it's awesome to see the people coming out more.
So give us an idea, sir, for someone who hasn't volunteered, perhaps, what would it involve?
Well, I get calls every day, people looking to get involved, and we find a cleanup event happening in their area, and they basically give up two hours of their Saturday morning, and they come out, and it's a very family-friendly event.
Right.
And we give them garbage bags, non-latex gloves, and data cards. And so people are breaking down into teams, and they're removing trash from the shoreline, and they're also recording what they're finding. So it gives us an idea. We compile all this information, and it lets us know what we're finding out there, how much of it, and where this stuff is coming from. And to give you an example, we know that cigarette butts are the most common litter item picked up, and water bottles are pretty close second, and stuff like that. So it's really important for us to know where the stuff's coming from, and it gives us an idea.
Can you give people some ideas about what they can do at home, perhaps if they can't get out to volunteer? Are there things that they can do in their daily life to help you out?
Sure. I think one of the biggest things is the water bottle problem we have. I mean, Connecticut has some of the cleanest drinking water in the country, and I don't see a problem with drinking tap water, and if you don't like the taste, you can get a Brita filter. So, I mean, the bottle water problem we have to kick, and we have to recycle more. We're not recycling enough, in my opinion, and there's things like simple things that you've heard for a long time, but just turning off your lights when you leave the house, using reusable bags instead of the plastic bags. And I'll put my cleanup hat on. We see plastic bags in trees and on our shoreline, and I think that we would eliminate that problem more if we just keep using those green reusable bags everybody sees. And
right.
So those are simple little things. And carpooling to work. I mean, using the bus, rail, and simple things like that can make a difference if everyone does it.
Do you think that people, though, think it is simple?
You know, it's a little minor sacrifice that people just have to just get used to doing, and it might add another 10 minutes onto your drive to work or something, but you know what? We only have one Earth, and we're all sharing it, so we have to do our part.
Why did you become involved?
I just have been very passionate about the environment my whole life, and it's just very rewarding to me at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, did you grow up marking Earth Day?
I've always done Earth Day related activities since I was a kid, and I was always a Boy Scout when I was younger, and they're very environmentally conscious. And I'm a big outdoorsman. I love fishing, and I love camping and stuff like that, so I've always been attached to it.
Okay, so if people here in Connecticut, because we only have less than a minute, if people want to get involved, they should go where?
They should go to our website, I think. It would be the best place, and it's www.savethesound.org. And there's at the top of the website, there's a link for our calendar, and we have a full list of events. And hopefully there's one near you, and there's a contact person, so if you want to get involved.
I know. Are there big events also planned for actually April 22nd?
Yes, there are, and DEP's website also has some events that they're sponsoring or co-sponsoring. So there's definitely other things going on. A lot of organizations are doing great things, and we hope people will get involved this year.
Excellent. Thanks, Karen, for taking some time, and I hope everyone can find some time to go a little green this month.
Thanks for having me.
And always, thanks, Karen.
Take care.
Well, don't forget, if you missed something here on The Real Story, you can now watch it online by going to ctnow.com. You can also catch us on YouTube. Thanks for watching this week's edition of The Real Story. We'll see you here again next week.